Welcome to your Science News Update for March 6th, 2026. Today, we're diving into a gene therapy that's literally changing children's lives, taking a hard look at what went wrong with Boeing's Starliner and completely rewriting what we thought we knew about the T-Rex.
All right, first up, let's jump into the world of medicine. We've got some huge developments, from a revolutionary gene therapy to brand new discoveries about how our own brains fight off disease.
Get this, an experimental gene-based therapy has shown some truly mind-blowing results. It's been able to reduce seizures by up to 91% in children with Dravet syndrome, which is a really severe and just devastating form of genetic epilepsy. The therapy is called zorevunersen, and the results were just published in the New England Journal of Medicine. And what makes this such a big deal is the whole strategy. We're talking about a shift away from just managing symptoms to actually using a genetic intervention to fix the problem at its root.
And it's not even just about the seizures. Beyond that incredible number, the study also saw major improvements in the kids' cognitive and behavioral quality of life. This is offering a whole new level of hope for families dealing with this.
In other medical news, scientists think they've found an Achilles heel in the malaria parasite. They've zeroed in on one single, absolutely essential protein that could be the key to stopping one of the deadliest diseases on the planet.
So this international team discovered that if they disable this protein, ARK1, they could completely stop the parasite's life cycle in lab tests. And here's the crucial part. This protein is very different from anything in our bodies, which means a new drug could target it specifically without harming the patient. That makes it a fantastic target for new treatments.
And finally, let's turn to the brain itself, because a new discovery is really changing how we look at neurodegenerative diseases. It looks like our brains might have their very own specialized cleanup crew.
These cells are called tanycytes, and their job is to clear out the toxic tau proteins that are linked to Alzheimer's. And this is hinting at a whole new theory. Maybe Alzheimer's isn't just about waste building up, but about the failure of the system that's designed to clear it out in the first place. This could open up totally new ways to treat the disease.
Now, let's turn our gaze upwards, to space, where it's been a week of, well, both some sobering setbacks and some really surprising discoveries about how life might just survive out there.
So NASA has officially released its 300-page investigation into Boeing's Starliner test flight. And the details, they reveal some pretty significant technical and organizational failures that really put that mission in jeopardy.
The report went into detail on critical hardware failures, everything from helium leaks to degrading Teflon in the thrusters, which actually caused a dangerous temporary loss of control of the vehicle. But it wasn't just hardware. The investigation also pointed to a cultural misalignment between NASA and Boeing, where intense pressure to meet deadlines may have led them to accept serious risks they didn't fully understand.
And it wasn't just Starliner facing issues. Japan's commercial space ambitions took a major hit. The Kairos No. 3 rocket self-destructed just 69 seconds after it launched, all because its autonomous safety system was triggered. For now, this failure leaves Japan without a reliable domestic option for commercial satellite launches.
Whew, we are covering a lot of ground here, from deep inside the human brain to the far reaches of space. If you're finding this valuable and you want to stay on top of the latest science news, now would be a great time to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
But while all this human engineering was facing setbacks, a brand new study suggests that life itself might be far more resilient out in the cosmos. It's giving a big boost to the lithopanspermia hypothesis. That's the wild idea that life can actually travel between planets by catching a ride on space rocks.
A study out of Johns Hopkins University found that this incredibly hardy bacterium, Deinococcus radiodurans, can actually survive the insane pressures of an asteroid impact. We're talking the kind of force needed to blast a rock off the surface of Mars and send it flying through space, maybe even all the way here to Earth.
And for our last segment, we're coming back home to Earth with a few surprising stories from our planet's past, its present, and its future.
A massive study looking at over 2,000 species of insects has uncovered a really startling vulnerability right in the heart of the Amazon rainforest.
What the study found is that because these tropical insects evolved in such a stable climate, they just don't have much of a safety margin when it comes to temperature changes. This makes them extremely vulnerable to extinction as the planet warms up, and researchers are projecting a severe risk by the year 2100.
Now let's jump from the present day way back to the distant past. A new analysis of T-Rex fossils is making us rethink the entire life of this apex predator. By looking at the growth rings in their leg bones, like rings on a tree, scientists now think it took them about 40 years to reach full size. That's double the old estimate, and it suggests they had a much longer and probably more vulnerable adolescence. And finally, in technology, a major speed barrier has just been completely demolished. Physicists at Duke University have developed the world's fastest photodetector. That's a device that senses light. It can generate a signal in just 125 picoseconds. That's 125 times trillions of a second. That kind of speed is almost impossible to imagine, and it could revolutionize everything from quantum computing to high-speed communications.
So there you have it. We've covered breakthroughs in medicine for epilepsy and malaria, the challenges and incredible possibilities in space, and some amazing new discoveries about life right here on Earth, both past and present. Another update will follow in 24 hours.